guys, you know, may be more, here we go, okay, play, I guess? These guys may be more famous, that was supposed to land when I said, these guys may be more famous and successful and more established in the comedy world. Fuck, shit. Established in the comedy world, and they... Google, bitch! And they may even have more money. Shit, bitch! They may even have more money, okay? I'm looking at you, Kalan, all right? And probably more happiness, okay, on a daily basis. Or even if you're looking at things big picture, they're probably happier. But compared to my team, the night team is older and much closer to death. And this is because they favor the night. The night team's brains and bodies are decaying rapidly, and it's very obvious. Look at Slovin's face. Get some winks in there, buddy, all right? You're one all-nighter away from waking up and your face is just Bob Odenkirk's. Wyatt's different because black people look like they're 20 until they're 80. John Amos is 72 and I'm like, DTF? I'm DTFJA down to fuck John Amos. Okay, he's 72. This guy does not look different from Good Times. He looks good, bitch. He's 72. I would ride that shit, okay? But you can see it in Wyatt's eyes that this dude is just up and chilling at night when he's supposed to be resting his body and getting it ready for the next day. He's not here and I'm supposed to make fun of him to, or like I meant to make fun of him to his face. You're a night owl, Wyatt, and it's not cool, okay? Elliott, honestly, to me, seems like he's always been sort of a little old man inside. Even like when he was a child. So you can stay up, you know, all night. You can stay up all night and it... Oh shit! I just got it! Oh shit! That's sticking to it, you know? That's like an old dude. It's a good outfit, it is. It looks good. And you're a handsome little Juden, as the Nazis would call you. So you can stay up all night and it's not going to make much of a difference in your appearance or demeanor, Kalan. Just take the tie off, right? Oh, no, it's number one. But Jews have that effect. We are middle-aged out of the womb. I'm going to just remind the audience one last time that the night is much closer to death than the day team, unless one of us gets hit by a cab. And there's a reason for that. Day is just better for your body. And there is science to back this up. There are human activities we all know and love that are supposed to be done during the day because it's healthier and it's evolutionarily beneficial. And there's tons of science to back this up, okay? Which I'm gonna get to. But because American teenagers are the tastemakers of the world, God, they're hot, it makes me feel gross. And there are just droves of people who eat it up, just consume bullshit and think it's cool, like the night team obviously does. We now perceive these as night activities, but it's just wrong. It is all wrong. My first case, inebriation. Drinking, smoking, and tripping are culturally appointed to the nighttime, okay? Because we've decided as a culture to work during the day, and usually that leaves us to partying at night. But drunk people at night are infinitely more annoying. The actual worst. They're loud, they're sloppy, and they think they're funny. Also, it inhibits erections at night, and that stinks. Day drinkers, on the other hand, are simply celebrating life. Oh, look at that, guys. that's a day right there, you know? Day drinkers make the clear decision to enjoy the effects of alcohol, but at night, it's what people do to forget that they are too uncreative to think of doing anything besides getting dressed up and getting trashed. But I think it's good that John Travolta's coming out now and is proud, you know? It's about time, bitch. Like, who cares if you S&D, you know? Science facts, get ready. I know we're not in school, but your chemical levels, this is science talk, so try to take it in piece by piece. Chemical levels are at equilibrium during the day, so it's easier to sober up quicker. Oh shit, sorry. So it's easier to knock these levels out of whack and to get drunk quicker on less booze. Better yet, it's easier to sober up quicker during the day because these chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, and horniness hormones, are all anchored to what's called your diurnal degree, your baseline chemical levels for the daytime, where you want your energy points to be at the majority of the time.
I was drunk at the beginning of this, and now I'm sober.
That's a day girl for you. Getting high, smoking reefer. Our culture thinks of wake-and bakers as losers and ambitionless scumbags. And we tout people who smoke a simple J at night as some sort of professor or doctor. But smoking weed at night is actually more closely linked to depression, loneliness, and the feeling that the world outside your bedroom doesn't exist and that you're living in a space-time continuum vacuum. I've also heard this referred to as psychosis, if that even exists. Yeah. But I've been doing a lot of research in this field for many years, okay? And you wake up, take a little toke, that's your best bet for the day, okay? During the day, smoking weed actually provokes productivity because it warms, girl! Because it warms up the neurons in the frontal lobe. My brother's laughing at me. Not with. Neurons in the frontal lobe, which also makes less weed yield a greater high. People in indigenous tribes in North and South America would smoke during the day to actually accomplish necessary tasks like hunting and gathering, but for it to feel like a little adventure rather than a chore. Natives who smoked at night would eat more than their share and then be eaten by bears. Lastly, in the inebriation section, tripping is much, much better during the day. Believe me when I say that tripping under the blanket of the night sky isn't realize it, but during the day, you are naturally doing Kegels, which usher sperm from the vagina into the uterus. A sneeze, a sexy thought, a scary man on the street, all these things make the muscles contract, and in the case of sexual intercourse, help the sperm meet the egg. Additionally, men's reproductive organs work harder during the day. You don't like? That's not, just a couple more minutes that'll be just blaring on the screen. Additionally, men's reproductive organs, either, separate and outside of the body or together, still intact, work harder during the day. More science, so you don't have to totally grasp it. Sperm tingles in the ball sack. This is just science, and is produced in larger quantities and higher quality during the daytime. If anyone in the room tonight is trying to get pregnant, go to work late tomorrow and bang before lunch. Sex at night after a day of work tends to be worn out, tired, and your diurnal degree is spent and needs recharging. Day and morning sex gives you energy for the rest of the day and increases serotonin, dopamine, and horniness levels so that the diurnal degree that we talked about that I made up is at a higher average. Increased, higher average. That's all I can go into in my allotted time about daytime wellness, but if you want more information on the things I spoke about today, visit diurnaldegree.edu. Thank you guys so much for your time. You're sexy.